Okay, so now we went over what Total Materia is, so our curated materials database and material selection tool. We have single user, as I mentioned, accounts, so one user. We also have corporate accounts, so we have a lot of different variety to really hone in on the package that you may decide to use. So now what is Integrator? We went over Integrator a little bit in the beginning of the presentation, but essentially it's a private materials database and it's an enterprise-wide solution. So essentially what we do with Integrator is that it looks the same as Total Materia, but with your own data. That means approved materials. You have different user management settings. So not everyone might be able to add in materials, approve materials. It's all based on what you guys want to decide and who needs to control which area. You have custom exports that could work out well in Total Materia. As I think I briefly showed in the video, we exported tensile and yield strength, I believe, to ANSYS. If you wanted to quickly just customize those exports based on your needs, in Integrator, you wouldn't be able to do that. Also having your substance and compliance information, legacy information, testing data, APIs. We also have an on-site and on-cloud option, complex properties, and we could actually integrate with other systems like XPDM, not system rather, but XPDM format, different PLMs like Windchill, 3D Experience. So you're able to really integrate your private materials database with different systems in the organization. So what we try to do, based on our experience, we try to help you achieve many different things. So as a materials and standards engineer, you might ask, how to manage the data that my company needs? And we have a lot of different things that we could add on to. Let's go step by step. You could create a controlled internal specification database using commercial grades, for example. Even having the ability of being able to use the commercial data where available and that it's accurate and trusted really helps you go a long way, so you could populate all that missing information. The best is to have a system that's very easy to use, focusing on the material knowledge, not IT admin, and most importantly, being able to quickly respond to business and user needs. We have a great platform that quickly helps you customize and add in different components that you may like. Total Materia, or Horizon rather, is a off-the-shelf product, but Integrator, you're able to integrate it and use other ideas and add in your material information. So it is really a private materials database for whatever you want it to be. And of course, the different capabilities of having a proper materials management system, being able to reuse materials within the organization, recycling that information, having the proper customized material import templates, having links or live links that help you copy internal material information from Total Materia Horizon. So let's say your internal database doesn't have, let's say, a stress strain curve for a specific material. You could actually link that to Total Materia if necessary. Richer defined user properties, easy bulk data to export, and most importantly, having confidence in your material selection helps you go a long way. Most organizations don't have more than 1,000, 2,000 materials that they deal with on a day-to-day level. Having all that information in one place, being able to only see that information could really help. And now we're going to go over a short demo on what Integrator is. As you could see, it looks exactly the same as Total Materia, but you have two different parts. You could search for under your materials, all the different taxonomy there, or you have Total Materia, where you could search through 700,000 materials. As I mentioned, you could search through your materials. You could either search with Total Materia. We have all the different data sets and functionalities available. And for example, I'm going to be searching for Inconel I'm assuming 718. And now I'm searching it through my internal database. I found one of that material right here. And on the right-hand side, you can see, again, all the different data sets and functionalities I have pertaining this material. I have, comparing to 304, which had over 1,000 mechanical properties. Over here, I only have 21. So really, all the necessary information I have different documents, and I linked a couple of different properties from Total Materia. I could add in compliance information. I even have stress strain curves, but you could see for my user setting, the stress strain curves are locked, meaning I'm not able to access the stress strain diagrams, but that's because of my user setting. So you could basically control and make sure the appropriate people see the appropriate information. So now we could go back to mechanical properties. You can see it comes from literature as well as a specific standard. We have a couple of different diagrams. You can see all the references listed for the material below here. Sorry, the play button is hiding that. You have different compliance information too. Sorry, 1 second here. One thing I forgot to mention is you have compliance general information here. So you could quickly see based on certain specifications or certain regulations rather, which ones are compliant or not. So you could always have a good sense of which materials you're looking for. And that's what we call traffic lights. And now we're going to search for the material in both the internal database. So what would be your materials as well as Total Materia. Now we have a bigger list of materials as well, of course. Now you could compare here. We have over 600 mechanical properties. You can even find suppliers information. So that's really the biggest difference with Integrator and with Total Materia Horizon is that in Integrator, you could quickly go in and out and find all the information that's suitable for your company, suitable for your specification that you're working on. But Total Materia gives you that extra edge where you could populate your system and you could quickly utilize that data as well. And what you have in what we call creator is that's where you could create all the different material schemas, add in your own list of materials, create new materials, all your profile settings so you could double check who has access to what. So it's really a great tool for that. You can maintain all the data. You could add in more material groups. As you saw in Total Materia, we had over 7. Here we had 3. You could add in specific suppliers. So you could really make this system the best way. And finally, you could bulk export all the data. So when you put in information to the system, if for a year or two you're not satisfied with the subscription or support, which I really hope that wouldn't happen, if that's the case, you could always bulk export your data. Your data is always your data. We're never going to keep that. So that's really it for Integrator. And the best way to start that, if that's something that you think might really help your business, having all the information in one place, all materials related things, of course, in our Total Materia Integrator, please speak to your material experts and connect with us. The best way is to get the right people all in a group, form a specific team, not even a team, but rather have an initiative and then contact us so we could demo and really guide you on how to go through with this project. Now, this is where our new products come in. For example, not all types of material information is available for each material. What we mean by that is sometimes you might not have the material information through the curated materials information sources in Horizon. Maybe not even through your internal materials information. So no one approved that material. Maybe no testing was done. But what do you do about the missing data? Do you have to perform more experiments, spend more time, of course, spend more money? That's why we created an alternative called PREDICTOR, which essentially predicts material properties for thousands of different materials as well as different conditions. And it works very easily. If I want to identify an unknown material, so as you may notice here, same as not chemical composition, this is similar to Smart Comp. So what I showed here, first I want to identify material. I'm going to use my chemical composition there. And I'm going to quickly first use Smart Comp to see if this material is identifiable. I did identify the material, great, similarity 100%, but unfortunately I only have composition data, mechanical properties, and no physical properties. So instead of making requests and having to perform material testing, I'm going to use PREDICTOR, put in the chemical composition for accuracy, select the specific machine learning tool or algorithm, and I'm going to try to find the tensile strength or modulus of elasticity between certain temperatures. So from -200 to 330, I'll be able to quickly find and predict those properties. And that's really how simple it is. You have all the different statistical values here. The data size rating seems good, 5 out of 5. So we have a lot of different material information for modulus of elasticity for this specific metallic material. So instead of taking up a lot of time testing, having to go through approvals for material testing, buying machines and all the rest of it, you could quickly go to PREDICTOR here and do that yourself. Let me see. This is the same video. So now we're going to be also showing how to quickly find unavailable properties with PREDICTOR. So I have a colleague ask me, Natalija, can you help me find the yield strength for 7075 AA at various temperatures heat treated at T8? So let's see how we could find that. Maybe we'll go to Horizon first to make sure that maybe if the data is there. So we're going to type in 7075, go into the material, check out all the yield strength properties at a specific heat treatment, so T8. It seems that T8 is not here. So now, again, instead of having to do a physical test, I'm just going to go to PREDICTOR, type in that material designation that I was looking at, especially with the standard. Next step, I could even select a different algorithm. So again, the same type of thing, yield strength, show a temper of T8 at a specific dimension, product, and direction. Put in a specific temperature range that suits me and predict those values. And I could see at a specific point that the yield strength decreases at a certain temperature. Again, you could even add it to Report Builder in case you want to share those results with someone, just to kind of do a double check. And I could send this back to Andy and share it as well. So I don't have to take screenshots, download it. I could quickly send Andy what I found and we could be good to go. So that's really how easy PREDICTOR is. Again, what would be the next steps here? You would have to speak to your material experts, of course, simulation engineers, and connect with us. PREDICTOR is available. It's our new product. And we could definitely get you set up as soon as possible here.